Hey, I'm gonna go over do some bullet points for some buying signs that you might see while doing a presentation. I found a bunch of these on the internet, but most of the ones that I hear right now are just from experience when I did door to door with Kirby. So just keep your ears open and keep your eyes open when you're seeing them. A buying sign is actually anything that a person will do or say that indicates that they're interested in purchasing from you. So here's a couple that I'll just read off from the list, and then I'll throw in a couple of my own as well. Um, Asking about a specific product model, or type of service. They might say, does this another, does it come in another style or color or anything like that? Or hey, does this, purity bottle come in metal, or does it only plastic? Or, what if it's, what if I needed something that was like this, and it kind of, it'll let you know the person's really interested in what you're doing. They're wanting to get specific about, you can just tell that they're now imagining them owning it, but they want to see if they can get a red purity bottle or whatever. If a person asks about a warranty, they say, hey, does it come with a warranty or anything like that? That's a real good sign. Even if you don't have one, it's not really going to end the sale or anything like that, but any kind of questions like that. If they ask you about, how long would it take for them to get them if they ordered one, if I ordered one, how long would it take for it to get here? That's a sweet one. Every one of these, you can literally just kind of walk them to the close. If they ask you what kind of contract they're going to have to sign, they can ask you about, is there financing? Do you guys offer financing? Do you guys take checks? Do you guys take credit cards? Anything like that. Super, super awesome buying signs. If they ask you about the price, that's like if the first time you buy, they're probably going to ask you, well, how much is it? I usually respond, are you serious or are you curious? And if they answer serious, then you just start kind of walking them towards the close. If they answer curious, then kind of just go on with your presentation and then keep on asking them to buy, build more value, and just kind of doing your thing. And keep your eye out for those buying signs. If they ask you about your company, do you guys have any other types of products that you guys offer? I mean, what other stuff do you guys have? How long have you guys been around? Blah, blah, blah. Questions like that are awesome. If they asked you to kind of go over something that you went over earlier in the thing, let's say you had covered what the purity bottle takes out of water, okay, and you go over the let's say the parasites and bacteria, viruses, etc., etc., and they go, hey, what were those things that you said it takes out of the water again? And then you go back over it. You know, if a person asks you, so what's next? That means move towards the close. I mean, those are really easy buying signs. Here's a really important one if you can see. Just kind of gauge whether or not the person's engaged in what you're doing or not. And don't always take this as being whether or not they're interested. Some people are just reserved like this, and some people are really engaged. It just kind of depends on the person, but kind of take it with everything else. If a person's really into what you're saying and they're asking a bunch of questions and they're just engaged and they're having fun, I mean, you got a real good chance of selling that person. I mean, if they're buying and having a good time with you, your chances of selling are 90%, because in reality, what we're doing is we're selling ourselves. Our products do more than what we can even express with our words for people, and I mean, it's just kind of painting a picture for them. Another real awesome thing is when they ask you about how much it cost, and when you hand them that price sheet, don't just put the price sheet down in front of them and kind of just point at it and then take it back. What you want to do is you want to put that price sheet in their hand and let it sit in front of their face. Because here's a really awesome thing that I had learned in Kirby that I would actually jump on when I see people looking at the price sheet. If I'd be explaining a benefit of the Kirby, and in this case a purity bottle, for instance, I say, hey, the filters actually have no lifetime. I mean, they last a lifetime. So, your grandkids can use this if they find them in the shed as long as they're still in the package. And the guy goes, really? And he's looking at that price sheet. That guy's looking at the price sheet because now he's like, wow, how much does that cost again? Because you're piquing that interest. There's a point to where when a person to start kind of asking these questions and they just keep going with them, you're gonna hit a boiling point, and I mean you'll see it when it happens. There's a boiling point, and the key is to jump on the close at that boiling point. If you oversell people, then you might lose the sale. If you think about a situation, if a person were to go, well, what's next? And you go, well, hold on, I got a couple more things I want to show you. And then they're like, oh, wow, that's amazing. I'd love to get one. And then you're like, well, hold on, you haven't been sold yet. You need to see this one more thing. And then, you know what I mean? Like, what are you compensating for? Do you even believe in your product? The person's going to think this stuff about you. So when they're ready to buy, the person's already ready to buy. I mean, once they're sold, they're sold. There's no need to go anymore. They can find it all out in an instructional video if they want to. So, it's just asking to buy. Those are kind of the words, but you want to look for those symbols, and those things are really awesome ways to kind of see when a person's ready to go. And a really good way of answering some of these questions is kind of imply that they're going to purchase it when you're answering. If a person asks, is there a warranty? Don't just say yes or no, because you're just kind of ending that right there. And I mean, if you want to, you can, but you're gonna lose out on a chance to ask them to buy, and that's a real important thing to do. A better way of answering that question is let's say for the purity bottle, there's no warranty with it, but let's say there was, okay, just for humor's sake right now. Bill asked me, hey, is there a warranty with the purity bottle if I were to get one? And I go, well, actually, it doesn't come with the purity bottle. You actually have to pay separate for it, but would you want me to include that with your order today? And then the guy's going to go, well, sure. If he says sure, that means, okay, grab your checkbook, and then I'll start filling out paperwork right now, and we can kind of meet in the middle. And then he'll go over there and grab his checkbook. If he says no, he's going to either give you an objection naturally. He'll say, no, well, I can't really afford to do it right now. And then, I mean, you can kind of see whether or not you can gauge their objections by just trying to uncover them, asking, well, what would stop you if he doesn't give you an objection? Because those are really what's going to hold you back from making a deal. Is you got to be able to overcome the objections, and that'll be another video that I have. Just remember to ask to buy and start looking out and keeping your eyes open for those kinds of things, because when those moments come up, you'd be surprised at how quick you can sell something. I've been in a person's house for 10 minutes and sold a Kirby after one little dirt thing that I pulled out on the ground, just because the person's like, holy smokes, how much did that cost again? And I'm like, get your checkbook and I will tell you all day. And the person literally ran and got their checkbook. So you really just have to kind of see when that person's blowing up with energy and they're excited and they're like, oh man, go for it and don't stop and you'll get more sales. Until next time, let me know of any suggestions if you guys have any other things that you would want me to talk about or anything like that, and I'd love to start making some more videos for you, but just, let me know what you think. Take care, guys.